Hi everybody, I'm Tara from Crooked Row, and this morning we are going to go out and grab the winter sown jugs of asparagus. I kind of peeked in the tops. I haven't really looked at them, but I just peeked in the tops to make sure that they had sprouted, and they have. And we're going to actually spend today or just a little while. I want to show you how I sow these. I have a little bit of a different attitude towards the asparagus than I do some of the other things. I baby them a little bit more, but I mean, hey, asparagus lasts you like 20-30 years, so they're worth babying. So let's get headed out to the garden and I'll show you what we're gonna do. On the walk over here, I wanted to tell you that we received a fantastic blessing yesterday, just a great surprise. I was walking out of our house and I thought I saw this beautiful green blanket being pulled across the lawn, but it was actually this. I mean, you want to talk about a huge surprise. Like, who in the world would expect a peacock? Oh, it was just the coolest thing, and the kids loved it, and it was so wonderful. It was here for like 4 hours. We fed it. We looked on Facebook to see if there was anyone missing a peacock and all that. So there wasn't, and it flew away. There was no way for us to actually keep it safe. We didn't want to scare it. So we just ate dinner outside and we enjoyed the beautiful, beautiful bird. It was so wonderful. So, okay, well, we're here at the greenhouse. I have my jugs and I'm going to go ahead and start pulling the tape off. And I'm going to look at this. Okay, well, this one looks like it has 3 plants in it. And, okay, now I have 2 hands. Let me find, this is my wild lupine. Oh, it just popped open. Okay, you know, a couple years ago when I did this, my wild lupine was just like coming out in full force. I may change the type of potting soil that I used. That was a first time for us, and with gardening, you live and you learn. Okay, it looks like there is 4 here, and there was a little spider. And this one, I've got another one with 2. This one has 3. This one has 3. This one has 3 good ones and 1 straggling one. So it looks like we have 3, 6, maybe 7, 9, 13, 15. We have 15 asparagus plants to go ahead and get started. Okay, so we counted the asparagus. Let's come in here and I'm just going to fill this little, what is that? It's a little over a pint of garden tone. So I'll fill that. I've got some in there already. Okay, now we will come out and come through the trellis, which has Colette roses on it. So I'm going to bring over my asparagus and we're going to plant them. We'll have probably realistically 2 lines right through the center of this bed. This bed, I'm going to have herbs and lettuce and stuff in this bed, but I first want to actually, and let me show you why I'm doing this. This soil is so soft. This is nothing but compost in here. And when you are getting your asparagus started, like you'll see from nurseries, you get 1-year crowns. And because these were planted in the winter. These are not 1-year crowns. And while you could plant these in the landscape, I don't suggest it. What I suggest is putting them in a bed with fine soil like this, and next spring we will dig these out of here and we'll plant them in the asparagus bed right there. I don't know if you can see the asparagus all popping up right there. We need to pick it desperately right now. So I'm going to go ahead and make the way in this bed for the winter sown asparagus. So let's get started. So the asparagus is planted, and now we're going to go through and down this row and down this row I have purple basil, and in this row right here we're going to plant Italian parsley, and in the front row that Elijah just fertilized right there we're going to plant let's see, was it lettuce? What was I doing? I'm not sure. I think it's lettuce. Pretty sure it's lettuce. So we're gonna get started planting those. Well, there you have it. We have my dirty hands and we have the asparagus planted. Now remember, they're only going to stay here until next spring, and then I'll dig them up and I will put them over here in our big asparagus bed, because there's that last row of asparagus. There's only like 2 plants that came back up, and I don't know why. Maybe we lost them over the winter, but this is a very affordable way. Now asparagus plants are anywhere from $2 to $4 a piece. I got that package of seeds for $2.99, and I'm gonna get 15 plants out of it. So it's better to pay $3 as opposed to $30, unless you don't want to have to go through this, which it's just clearly we're growing this with our other vegetables. Actually, this is a lot of herbs, onions. We've got lettuce up here, and I just planted dill and parsley right here. So this bed is being heavily utilized, and while we're growing out these asparagus plants. So there you have it. The bed is completed. I'm actually going to plant out a few more beds. As you can see behind me, this middle bed is a big strawberry bed, but it definitely needs weeded. And then the bed right here above it, that's what in one of our other videos, I planted our winter sowing onions in it that I just accidentally pulled up. Oh, it could kill me. But I'm getting ready to plant other things in that bed as well. We have some sporadic strawberry plants in there. In this bed next to the asparagus bed, I have strawberries and onions, which I did in another video. But I went ahead and I just planted some borage in those, because borage really brings in the pollinators, and I like to see the strawberry plants getting pollinated so that they're nice and healthy. But we have a full day of planting today, so many things out. but I did want to quickly show you the asparagus thing so that you don't have to buy plants if you don't need to, and it's much cheaper to do it this way. So remember, if we can start our own asparagus plants from winter sowing, anybody can. Thanks, bye.